Hey everyone, I'm Kevin with JcrOffroad. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to install our interior center console MOLLE panel on this 2023 Ford Maverick. So this panel is going to install to the underside of your center console storage compartment lid, right in this kind of rectangular opening here. Basically, to get this installed, you start out by lining it up and centering it up between these two kind of ribs on the lid right here. Once you have that secured and held in place, you're going to need to mark the 4 kind of perimeter mounting hole locations. So a couple different things you can do there. You can use a marker if that's what you have available, or a sharp prick point kind of center punch like I have here. Just center that up in each opening and kind of press it into the plastic, making a mark. Just making sure that you're not moving this panel throughout the process. Now with each of those marked out, you can pull the panel away. If your punch is sharp enough, you can press back into each of those. Basically what you're going to be doing here is trying to make a pilot hole for the small coarse thread screws that we use to secure the panel. You may need to grab a 1/16 inch drill bit like I have here and just very carefully drill a pilot hole in all 4 of these locations, making sure that you don't drill too deep so that you kind of come out of this fabric and cause any damage up here. Now, if you can see this thing's about 2 inches thick. It's pretty hard to do, so just make sure that you're using caution there and only drilling through this bottom layer of plastic. Once you have all 4 of those drilled out, you can then grab at least one of your coarse thread screws and slide it through kind of the front face of the panel, and then grab one of the provided spacers, put that on the back side. You can then slide that in here and line it up with the first hole kind of your choosing. Seems to be easiest to me to start with the top 2 and then go down to the bottom 2. But once that's started, grab your Phillips screwdriver and start this screw into that pilot hole. With that one started, you can just work your way around and repeat that process on the remaining 3 hole locations. After you get all 4 of these at least started, you can work your way back through and tighten them up. Just using your discretion here on how tight to go, knowing that you are threading these into plastic and making sure that you're not stripping anything out. Once you have all these tight, it's a good idea to just double check the functionality of that, make sure it didn't interfere with anything in here, which it shouldn't, and you now have a nice new place for some extra gear storage. So you saw us install this on the underside of the console lid. However, being simply a rectangle panel, this can really be installed in multiple places. A couple we had in mind were down inside of the console here as well. So it could go right against the somewhat flat back surface here, or similarly on the back side of the front surface down in this storage compartment. You just wouldn't want to do it out on either side, as this is just a single layer of plastic out here, and you wouldn't want those coarse thread screws to protrude through the side of the plastic. As far as getting it installed down in there, the steps are essentially the same, just the tools you use will need to change a little bit. So a 90-degree punch like I have here may be necessary for marking the holes, and then you may need more of a short stubby screwdriver like I have here to get the hardware installed. Lastly, if you're looking to pre-drill those holes, it will require that you have a right angle drill like I have here, again, to get down in this more compact space. This is a great place to store like a Leatherman, a knife, a small flashlight, any of your small items that you want to keep at the ready. That's a good new spot for them. So at this point with that tight, this installation is complete. If you have any questions at all about this or anything else we offer here at JcrOffroad, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can always send us an email at info@jcroffroad.com or call us at 269-353-1184.